Thank you for joining Wars of the Roses. And this is Jerusalem, the Golden. An article taken from Rosicrucian Digest, Volume 16, Number 1, February 1938. Jerusalem, the Golden. In our childhood days, in churches and in Sunday schools, many of us learned to sing a sweet old hymn that referred to Jerusalem as the Golden City. We were taught to believe that Jerusalem in Palestine was an earthly representation of the spiritual headquarters of the world, that it was the center and power of all that was religiously grand, noble, and beautiful. Too many individuals, however, pinned their faith in something that was an artificial creation in their minds. They looked upon Jerusalem in Palestine as a place of spirituality and extreme piety, a place whose very vibrations engulfed you and made you feel that you were living not on earth, but in the very heart of a spiritual kingdom. Thousands of Western world tourists who have visited that Jerusalem have found that it is Jerusalem the Golden in more than one sense, and too greatly so in a material sense. During the past few months, we have learned to our great sorrow that it is not a place of spiritual peace and religious tranquility, but once more a place of warfare and destruction, of bloodshed and horror, rather than the things represented by the Prince of Peace in his earthly mission. Many of the great cathedrals standing in Palestine are not only silent in these days when they should be filled with spiritual song and spiritual thought and spiritual words, but they are partly destroyed and re-echoed down the nave of such a structure. It is more often the sound of an exploding bullet or a scream of terror. But there is one cathedral which man can enter at any time and find absolute peace and harmony, love and mercy, song and inspiring words. That is the cathedral the soul enters in its meditations and in its holy communion. Regardless of where the physical body may be taken in its earthly form of worship, the soul within must find a holy sanctuary and must find the divinity and spirituality which it needs for its attunement. For this reason, the cathedral of the soul, created in the minds of mystic philosophers and those who love to indulge in silent meditation, has become a very real and actual place for the soul's temporary extensions beyond the earthly plane. It is a meeting place of all those who are like-minded and who are seeking contact with God and the heavenly angels amid the vibrations of peace and power. If you have not indulged in this sublime and inspiring pleasure of entering the cathedral of the soul, in the moments that you are alone, send for our little booklet called Liber 777 and learn how you may dwell in the cathedral of the soul for a few minutes at a time, whenever you feel so inclined. And no matter where you may be living or where you may be situated, you will not only be inspired by this spiritual contact, but your health and strength of mind and willpower will be improved, and you will feel ennobled and purged and enriched in many ways. There are no dogmas, no creeds or doctrines that restrict or limit you in entering the cathedral of the soul, for you can go there freely with your religious beliefs, understandings, and interpretations, and find others who agree with you and harmonize with you. You may enter freely and leave freely. You may stay as long as you please. It is the one universal cathedral that welcomes everyone, and to enter it you comply with no obligations that you cannot meet easily and willingly. The cathedral of the soul has become a joy to millions, and it will become your sacred dwelling place in the hours or minutes of turmoil, unrest, weariness, ill health, and perplexity. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment. And if you can, please consider donating to Wars of the Roses. Links to PayPal and Patreon are in the description. Thank you so very much.